Hello. Welcome to CoKo Plays Baldur's Gate. Let's get back to it. So we left off in the fortified area where there's some conflict about whether or not they should stay there and risk being attacked by more goblins that show up, or leave and go to Baldur's Gate. And there's conflict among the different races of peoples in here. And then there's these like kids who've got some kind of a pickpocketing scam going on. So I got a lot of moving pieces to deal with here. And we haven't even done, like, talk to the important people to trigger some of the bigger parts of the story, so...
Need to find a way forward. Seems like a good moment to talk.
I'm waiting on someone and you aren't him. Do you mind?
Easy money.
Good to be back behind the walls, have to say. For as long as that lasts. Don't make me hurt you, boy.
Late! Looking at you is painful enough.
What's going on over there?
If it ain't the fearless goblin slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot. Half my crew are full of holes. Now I'm gonna take the blame for leading the goblins here, and losing track of the bloody druid.
Yep. It's unfortunate, but comes with the territory. I already know the answer to who's the druid.
They chased us, all the way from the ruins we were poking around in. Aye. His name's Halsin. And if he's still alive, he'll be cursing the day he laid eyes on me. We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it. Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
A relic, you say?
Job's all yours, if you got a death wish.
The Night
There's a
Song.
wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. If I knew that, I wouldn't be back here with half my crew gone. But look, if you're itching to meet Kellenvor, I won't stop you. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Okay. We got lots of good stuff. Master Loroakan, the Arcanist of Athkatla, the Recluse of Ramazith's Tower, seeks brave and enterprising individuals to delve treacherous temple and recover storied artifact the Night Song for preservation in Baldur's Gate. Okay. We will go do that. Absolutely.
Seek and you shall find me.
Watch your back.
Why are all these items shown as like
Guide me.
new or something.
What to do?
Probably because of all the inventory management I was doing. Sweet.
Give it back, kid.
I already told you I don't have it! How stupid are you?
Damn goblins.
I know who you could talk to. There's that old lady over there, Auntie whatever her name was. She could probably heal you up.
Oh, I was just gonna let it fall off, stick it in my satchel. Ain't letting anyone here near me. They all sat and watched while Zevlor near got us killed.
Just go talk to the auntie.
Well, finally. Someone who ain't got horns where their good sense should be. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe. But not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight. But not Liam, no. He charged him, the stupid bastard. Nah. He must have thought we were following. Always the optimist was Liam. Hoped they cut him down quick before he saw we were gone.
Give it back, kid.
I already told you I don't have it! How stupid are you?
I kind of like that, you know, when you use the same tone back at people talking to you, sometimes they soften up. Like that works in, you know, in the real world as well, especially with someone who's like incredulous about something. And if you like try and provide a reasonable point of view or the opposing viewpoint, you know, it only strengthens their resolve to be strong-willed about it. But sometimes if you just like repeat what they said exactly back at them, as if like you're agreeing, and they kind of like deep down realize that it's a ridiculous thing to be saying, sometimes like they come to.
And I'll bite your fingers off. I will.
So should I like take this book? I don't know what I should be doing with these things. I remember like all the books in previous D&D games and like collecting them for no particular reason. Oh yeah, gotta have a potato.
Give it back, kid.
I already told you I don't.
Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head.
Do it, you gutless stink sack!
Oh!
Knew it. Bloody well knew it.
That's not going to be good for relations. Yeah.
What's happening here?
I mean, there is a thieving ring going on. This probably wasn't the way I would have preferred to expose it. But, you know, that's the way these things go sometimes. You just stumble through conversations.
And both of you thought striking a child was a suitable punishment.
Well,
If his parents won't do it, I will.
He's an orphan. How'd you like it if I struck you?
You raise a hand to me. It'd have better have steel in it.
oh boy. Didn't really mean to click that, but so it goes.
We were wrong to trust you. I see that now. Go, child! And you had this coming.
Nice.
And stay down.
Well, I messed that up.
I'll say this for those devils. They know how to throw a punch. Can't believe the kid thought he could snatch my mum's locket and get...
It seems Mole was as good as her word. She's reported that you've been threatening children.
Amazing. Yeah, D&D games are great. Like, you have no idea where the story can go. And, like, this is a case where I kind of knew that there was a sub-story bubbling in here. And I wanted to have an answer to how to handle these kids in their pickpocketing ring. And this didn't go well. Oh boy, it requires a high roll, and we got lucky. Very lucky.
Your words may be false, but they ring truer than Mole's tales. You're off the hook.
Elbows high. Now pull back and swing.
We've known enough grief this 10-day traveler. Don't be the cause of more.
Amazing. Recruitment poster. Find pride and purpose in the Flaming Fist. Join today and protect Baldur's Gate. Led by Grand Duke Older Ravengard himself, you'll be tasked with guarding the city streets, protecting its people, and upholding the laws that govern us. Speak to any of our friendly fists throughout the city, or visit our headquarters at the Sea Tower of Balduran. Balduran? Baldur's Gate? Balduran? Yeah, Balduran. To find out how you can blaze a new career path. Okay. So is that something we can pick up too? Now I'm kind of upset at all the like books that were in those catacombs and things that I read but didn't pick up.
No traps, please.
No traps, please.
It's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
All right.
Children! The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands. Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours.
Yeah, you were infected too.
Blade of Frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Indeed. Let's take a look.
See the fiend again and ignite with Will's rancor. She is an infernal war devil, a threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli. Her name is Karlak, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space.
Cool.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
Nice. We got another buddy. He's a monster hunter. Very cool.
This is boring. We should train against real goblins.
Next time the goblins come, I'll be ready.
I hope so.
Swing and parry.
Oh, right. Go for the heart.
Step, parry, strike. Damn it! It's just not landing.
Dude, you're fighting a dummy.
Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Yeah, we should be able to do this. No! We're close. Let's try again. 3 was a pretty bad roll.
I'll try and brace them better. Like so. Step, brace, parry, swing. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use. Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you. Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes.
Hey, battle axe. I guess let's send these books to camp.
Wits and blades, always sharp. Is that blood?
Alright, well, we don't really have anyone who could use a battle axe. What happened to it? Why'd you equip it? I think I clicked things funnily. We'll send it back to camp. It might be... I think it's our first battle axe, so we'll keep it around. Alright, using the inspiration was worth it to get a little bit of approval. Let's see how we're looking. Just kind of hovering around baseline, I guess. Yeah, we'll see how it starts developing. I think it's probably very hard to have a high approval from everyone because there's conflicting choices. So we'll see who we end up ingratiating and go from there.
I need a quick word.
Yeah, Mole.
Done with you. You better hope we don't have to talk again.
You kind of got to quit this. Alright. I'm pretty sure that's everything here. Or maybe not. Maybe there's some stuff over this way. No, there was a gate there. That's right. And there's something behind these doors, potentially? So, if we open it, people are going to be mad? Oh, is this the gate? Not gate. Like, prison kind of thing? Huh. Intriguing. They'll probably be mad if we break into here.
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
I bet you do. Let's have that conversation with everyone. See what they say.
Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get.
Damn right. She seems to have this option that the others don't.
What's on your mind?
Let's just ask her this now.
I must admit, you've been a surprise. And not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
Well, thank you. Okay, so that probably took care of that dialogue option for now.
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately.
Yeah, who are you talking about now? Will is not a warlock, right?
Keep a blade close.
Is that everything? I think that's everything.
Yeah, looks like they'll know if we break into this. Come on, just move. Huh. Looks like she's talking to herself.
Step lightly.
What path lies before me?
Oh, you thieves are all boring.
So this is the makeshift
You
prison.
ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Hey, goblin.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way!
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You gonna kill them too?
You! Move!
Alright, we needed a good roll. And we got it. Good.
You're right. I wish you weren't. I really do. Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
I should probably narrate the choice that I make. Sorry for not doing that before. Yeah, what do we want to say to her? Yeah, vengeance eating people alive. That's something nice to say. Yeah, because vengeance eats people alive. You'll grant the goblins 2 victories this day.
You'd better be right.
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
What do you want, Gale?
Believe it or not, but I witnessed a similar standoff back at the Yawning Portal. Of course, an establishment like that invites all sorts of outlandish entertainments. An inn in Waterdeep. Ooh, never a dull moment there. Adventurers come from all over Faerun to try their luck down the well. Leads into the Undermountain, you see. Full of death, danger, and vast amounts of treasure. Hard to resist.
Let's go.
Oh, a drow, a dragonborn, and a cleric of Cyric walk into a bar. You're standing there. Maybe someone was cheating at cards. Maybe it was some weird lover's quarrel. In any case, out came the crossbow, and a hush fell over the entire room. I stood up and yelled, "Shadow Dark Ale for everyone!" The crowd cheered. The tension drained into 6 tankards, and soon all was well again. In a place like the Yawning Portal, the most powerful magic is calling for a round of drinks. Mind you, all I did was call for ale, but you went and stood in front of that crossbow. Well, I'd drink to that.
We earned a little bit of respect from him. But it's kind of funny how, he thought of this anecdote which centered on an action that he took. All right, can we talk to you?
Ain't sure why you're protecting me. Don't care, neither. It's too late to make friends, warg meat. My tribe's coming. They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute and hang you by your guts.
Who is this Absolute you're so fond of? Your god?
Goddess. We're burning her name across the face of the world, we are. The Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself. My tribe can tell you everything there is to know. Absolute blessed one of our own. Priestess Gut. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
How about getting
Booyog, the goblin word for magic. Primitive to a fault, but not entirely without merit.
I wonder if their magic can get a mind flare parasite out.
It's the truth. I swear on your mother's grave. Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal?
That'll make people angry.
Then hurry up and do it.
friendly as I am.
Yeah, it did smell like this goblin priestess was going to be a path forward for us. You know, sometimes like in these story arcs, for better or worse, like you make your decisions based on like metagaming or like meta storytelling. And, you know, the idea that for us to progress to finding a cure, we won't find it in like maybe the obvious place. We'd find it amongst the goblins who, you know, were predisposed to dislike and distrust. So that you know, one of them, you know, their priestess might be able to help us. Would make for an interesting development in the story and allow us to explore more of the world, so on and so forth. I don't know if it's actually going to work out that way, but it just kind of popped into my head while that conversation was happening that this might be something we have to do. And it further leads me to believe that this is going to be a path forward because they separated out the quest to find the priestess from saving this prisoner, Saza. So it's kind of like you can optionally do this task to save her, and maybe if you do, you get an introduction that streamlines that part a bit easier. But otherwise, you know, we'll eventually find this priestess on our own, perhaps through some other means, and, you know, continue it that way. So that's kind of neat. So yeah, maybe I will break her out, maybe I won't. It's definitely worthwhile to think about.
Something good here, I hope. Seems simple enough.
Can't reach the door. This probably would have been the prison cell that they would have put us in if we had agreed to go to it or whatever, or forced to go to it. And then we would have come out and dealt with this interaction, something like that. Equipment chest. Evidence chest. I wonder how that might have featured into it. Sweet. Did we talk to you?
I can pack or talk, and right now I'm packing.
Yeah, I think we did. Maybe they have something else to say now that they left?
Please, leave us be. This isn't a good time.
It's fine, Memnos. Having fun with your new goblin friend? Bet you aren't.
Didn't kill me, too.
Say that?
Okay. Now, yeah, I definitely got to go down to the Emerald Grove and talk to the druids. But part of me wants to go out here and see what's on the map outside. And I'm gonna do it. Wasn't quite sure how the whole goblins attacking thing was gonna play out. We've been in here for a while. And I just kind of feel like the advancement of this whole story is going to happen after we talk to the druids. I don't think it's going to be like, you know, we're outside of the gate and that's when the goblins attack. Now, of course, I should probably save to give myself some options. In case I don't like where it goes.
So, do you have loves waiting for you once this is all over?
You know what? That is not the easiest of questions for me to answer.
You mean just waiting? Like a lovesick puppy? Short-term amusements are much less hassle.
Alright, Shadowheart, good to know. Alright, so let's go east and check this out. Alright, doesn't really look like there's actually more to the map. Which is kind of what I wanted to find out. Like, when dealing with a map, it's sometimes nice to get, like, finding the edge and knowing, okay, these are the bounds of what I have. Alright, so if we look at it now, there's probably no way we currently have access to this unexposed area. And I suspect going further west will be, where we need to progress after this whole section. So now that we've done that, we can go to the Emerald Grove and see what we can do about this fortified encampment.
Freshest fish I've ever had.
I don't care for fish. Red meat, now, that's a different. Rare as can be.
So what should we do about these kids? Let's see what we got. There's no explicit quest for them, but I mean, how much worse can we make things? Where was this way to get in? Oh, it's over here. Or not? Oh yeah, we need to get Lae'zel to talk to that person. We should probably do that right now. Who was it?
No helping it. We're exposed now.
Zoru over here somewhere? This guy. Okay.
This is ridiculous.
So let's go to camp. So we're going to bring Lae'zel in, at least for conversation purposes.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Got it. Suppose we'll ask her this question.
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a safest purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities. Make space, and my might is yours.
Okay. Temporarily, let's just put Gale back.
Our victory is most certain.
She gained experience. For what? For that conversation? You can't make use of the battle axe, could you? Would you like that? What kind of weapon do you use? Rapier? Alright, so she could. Yeah, I guess it's just kind of what I prefer, or what I think is best. Metallic gloves. I sent them to her. Alright, she doesn't need those because she's got this cool stuff. Yeah, give her the gloves of power. Great. Alright, so this is really just about preference for me at this point. You know, like, they both do slashing damage. And I'm pretty sure she's probably proficient in these. So do I want to have Maiming Strike? Yeah, kinda. And they both got Lacerate, and Cleave is pretty cool. Up to 3 enemies at once, that could be useful. The Pommel Strike bonus action is quite nice, to be honest. Especially since she's up close. So she'll probably end her turns able to do a Pommel Strike. But Cleave is also pretty cool. Let's keep both on her in her inventory, and let's go with the axe for now. And we can adjust. Not that that was really. Did I press O? Looks like I did. All right, let's go back and have this conversation.
Shame the goblins didn't kill me too.
Who uses mountain tools?
I'm just sad. Madness. I'm bored.
Hey, where'd you go?
Shoes. Where are my boots?
Where did he go? Should I talk to this rat?
So that's progress.
Feels like
Have to
we're
keep
all
going.
waiting to die.
Stay back, or else. Nothing's wrong. Just get back. Ow! Oh, my tooth. It's the front one. I chipped it on the evil thing.
In the box. Follow me, I'll show you.
You say that like you're looking forward to it.
Oh.
Use the target. Is that everything? I think that's everything.
Okay. Let's break in here.
Simple.
This guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell.
Neat.
You've convinced them, for now. But transgress again, and no amount of talking will get you out of trouble.
Does that mean we can't try this again?
This guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell.
Well, I didn't want to try it that way. I thought I just did a quick save, like, right before... What time is it right now? Oh, that was a while ago, 1:35. Yeah, this was like a mistake. I didn't want to do this. Getting out of it the first time was fine, but trying right away again, encountering the same exact situation was just dumb. I think what happens is I have my keyboard settings to sleep quite aggressively. And so when I go to press the function key, and do a quick save, I think the first press just wakes my keyboard up instead of actually initiating it. I should change that while I'm playing this game, because it's kind of aggravating to have to, like, pay so much attention
These boots have seen everything.
to make sure my keyboard's actually working.
Better not be cursed.
But it's okay, we could just redo what we did. It's not a huge deal. We went over here. They have this conversation. We go expose the map.
You mean just waiting, like a lovesick puppy?
Look out at the nice view. This makes for a nice little screenshot. Yeah, for screenshots it's like the same thing where sometimes it doesn't activate because the first keyboard press wakes the keyboard up. Alright, then we came back in, we went over to where Zoru was, and we went to camp to get Lae'zel, had a conversation with her. Not too bad. Any kind of situation in games where like I'm spending too long in the inventory or I'm repeating something I already did, you know, it's nice when either for the YouTube version, I guess on the stream you can't do much about it, but like for the YouTube recording, somebody's up there. Did I talk to her before? You can cut out like repetitive stuff, but you know, I always kind of find when I watch things that like, you know, you could just use the you know, video player functionality to just fast forward until you see something happen.
Stay back, or else. Nothing's wrong. Just get back. Ow! Oh, my tooth. It's the front one. I chipped it on the evil thing. In the box. Follow me, I'll show you.
Show me, show me. It doesn't really matter what order we do these things in.
Silent as the grave.
Feels like we're all waiting to die.
Parry, swing, lunge. Let's see. One more time.
I wonder when the goblins will come.
Let's go.
You say that like you're looking forward to it.
I could use the target practice. Is that everything? Everything?
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave.
Didn't expect that.
Damn it! Was inventory today. I'm sorry. Nerves are shot after the attack. Do what you gotta do. Sorry if I don't show you around. I just fall back down. Legs are as steady as a foal's. Bloody potion. What? No, the potion worked. I'm strong as a bugbear and fearless. The old lady warned me that this might happen, that it was a side effect.
Which old lady was this?
Well, I won't be knocking a potion back anytime soon, I can tell you that.
I haven't really been...
road ahead. Something's on my mind.
The evil thing's in the chest.
You mind if we take this? Quick save?
Keep your distance, darling. A quick rummage.
Guards! Guards!
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Did we just...
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell.
Alright, we should be okay with all of his bonuses. Not with that roll. Now he might have an inspiration. How come it's Gale doing it? I thought I picked Astarion.
If your intention was to make things worse, you certainly succeeded.
I picked the wrong guy. That's annoying. Like I don't really mind dealing with consequences of actions, but you know, I want to do things the way I intended. And like I was trying to steal the chest as Astarion. I think what happened was maybe I clicked on his inventory actually. Now Gale does have good persuasion abilities, so that was reasonable actually.
Really?
If this isn't the most boring post in the Grove, I don't know what is.
No one back home will ever believe this.
The evil thing's in the chest.
Okay. So how do we...
Let's see what this does.
Guards! Guards!
At least take the thing first.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you.
That's annoying. They do give you the red indicator, but it's tough to know exactly like what it's going to be. I guess that's, you know, part of the point of the story. Whoa, what is this place? Yeah, loading screens are tricky business in games because they're kind of like spoilers in a sense. Okay.
What now?
Let's do this a little better.
The evil thing's in the chest.
So she's the one that's going to shout for guards.
What's next, I wonder?
So the question is whether or not we could get at this chest without her noticing.
Of all the bloody things to happen.
Into the shadows. Leave no tracks.
So I wonder if she can't notice this.
Can't give up now.
She might not have noticed. So that seems to be kind of how it works. So if I try that again with Astarion hiding.
Touch me. On tippy toes.
So pretty much everything else she has visibility onto, including this book. I kind of thought maybe it'd be behind this post and she wouldn't be able to see. It's interesting how that worked. So the one, like, you know, the one thing she really couldn't see was what was behind her. I don't really want to pickpocket her. That's not worth the risk.
Still breathing, despite everything. Breathe deep and move.
Neat. So let's check out what was in this inventory. A cabinet key, that's good. Where did those items go? Onto his keychain? Wait a sec. Okay. Went to Strata's inventory. Cool. We probably don't really need to be carrying it around. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna really notice or care that it's out here.
Looking ahead.
So the evil thing was what exactly? A key, I guess.
Careful, I bite.
Magic pockets, nice. Okay, so this is what it was. Alright, so the magical item was probably like this.
Of all the bloody things to happen.
Cool. Okay, so you had to go through a little bit of a sequence. All right, academic disclosure. This research was funded independently and conducted at a site in Avernus, the first plane of the Nine Hells. Candlekeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Soul coins, as a concept, are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of personal and magical essence, the soul, is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils and their cohort. They are frequently traded. For their value can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and even the strange engines in the hells. However, there is a fascinating culture surrounding soul coins as well. I spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin that she will never sell, for it was the bargain that got her promoted out of lemure status. She connected me to a half-elf warlock who had promised his soul to a coin after death. I was able to look into his contract, which is reproduced below. Blah, 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 blah. So that tells me about soul coins. I could take it.
Of all the bloody things to happen.
Subtle steps.
So that gives me an idea of what those soul coins do, which is kind of cool.
Let's move.
Neat. Alright. Let's quick save. And let's go get Lae'zel. And let's go talk to Zuru. Kind of neat how we figured that all out. I think the things to learn from that whole ordeal are that, you know, when you're in a group in an area with like NPCs, you know, kind of use this thing here, the eyesight thing, to get a sense of what they can see and what they can't see, and then, you know, look for opportunities to access things that are not visible to the NPCs. And in this case, we had a character who couldn't move, and so her sight line was not going to change. And so that was a clue that what was behind her, she wasn't privy to. So we could steal something without consequence. And we were able to even like pick the lock and get in because nobody had eyes on the door. So the door was marked red, meaning like there's consequence to somebody noticing us opening it. And there was nobody who could see us opening it. Now once we stepped in, she could see it, but we were able to allay her concerns. So you just kind of think through the possibilities and make your choice. Very cool. Sometimes in video game version, it might be even easier to come to like a decision on this stuff, because if you have a dungeon master, they might not always hint you to the possibility of like taking something from a chest. You might have to, you know, explore those options yourself. But in a video game where there's a map rendered and there's like some of this stuff to guide you towards an option, it's easier to get the idea of like finding that chest to steal. Now there was the rat that also gave us a hint, so I needed that. Like I needed the rat to give me the hint to get to this thing. But now that I have that hint in the future, hopefully I'll take advantage of this more often. All right, let's go get Lae'zel. Do we need to do anything with our inventories? Right. I had equipped her with the battle axe.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the blade. Roughly translated, his
Yeah,
confidence.
we did this Are you sure the crash
The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself.
kind of wisdom is valuable?
The plains are ever quaking, yet we still collect more.
I'd like you to join me.
Dismiss someone first.
Now I put Gale down.
Our victim.
Okay. And then I looked at inventories. And right. So let's look at Lae'zel's inventory, and the metallic gloves weren't going to suit her. Maybe I'll send them to Will for now. I forget what I did last time. But I brought in the battle axe and then equipped it, but kept the long sword on her. I think that's about it. Alright, we'll deal with Will later. So he doesn't have a shield. He could potentially use one. But again, we'll deal with him when we invite him into the party.
Proceeding.
No one stopped me yet.
Okay. I think we're good for now, unless... Yeah, when you send stuff to the camp, it goes into this second chest. Which ain't that big a deal. Alright, let's leave camp. Go back.
This is ridiculous.
Vlaakith's will be done.
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Lower.
You saw another Gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
Oh, you're not going to eviscerate him? I was hoping for a show.
Cool your blood. I'll indulge you soon enough.
Okay, so what's our approvals looking like now? Yeah, we lost a little bit with Shadowheart, but it doesn't seem to really be that severe. We're still in the neutral range for like everyone, which makes sense. It feels like there's got to be some like bigger moments where you change these relationships, and like the small things kind of push it a little bit left and right, but might not be so likely to make a big difference in contrast to like the major events. Those will probably be a bit more obvious. All right, let's talk to...
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The T-sling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
I think we kind of know what she means by purification, right?
I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this Fey run.
Okay.
The creche holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Cool.
This is ridiculous.
Cool your jets.
Something the matter? Fine. What's on your mind?
I think I forgot to...
I must admit, you've been a surprise. Besides,
Yeah.
you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can...
I forgot to do that again when I reloaded from the save.
Shame the goblins didn't kill me, too.
Don't say that.
I'm just sad and bored.
Cool. Alright, so we had that conversation. Let's look at our journal entries. So there's a Githyanki patrol to the northwest. Yeah, so many things to do. Incredible. Alright, what should we do about this goblin? So first things first, we should save. And then maybe we take Astarion.
Trust no one.
On his own. No.
This is ridiculous.
Time for discretion. Step careful.
You're gonna be sorry! Every last one of you! Oh, you thieves are all boring! Even your cages are boring!
Hey, we picked the lock. You can get out of there. We have to,
Bloody teeths everywhere.
we have to get her out of the grove?
I met your friend. Ready to go? We're burning her name across the face of the world, we are. The Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself. Happily, lead the way.
Okay, so Astarion has a buddy.
Stay low.
Can we jump over here?
What's that?
Hey, an underground passage.
What can we rescue?
Shut it! Boss would rip you for talking that way.
Hey, we're some goblins.
Let's find another one.
Rune of the Bear.
Could wake him up by chopping off a toe. That'd be funny.
Yeah, give him something to cry about.
Don't wear his voice out. We still need answers.
So it's okay if you go, because these are goblins.
Yeah, she'll kill us dead if we go back without it.
We'll get the druid talking. Grove's got to be full of magic.
That's why I've been stabbing all the rats. Might be spies.
They ain't as friendly as me.
Pretty
Not as
stubborn
clever
for a
either.
man wearing leaves.
Kill 'em. We should set the whole grove on fire.
No sign of the others yet. Do you think the fight up front...
Didn't want to do that. What was that?
Let's find another
What? What the fuck?
Did some bleeding arts show up to save the druid? I'll cut you to pieces.
What are you doing? It's me, Sazza.
You and them other idiots mucked up the old raid. The Absolute don't like failures.
I ain't a failure. I'll be an hero when I tell the boss about this place. And you'll be maggot food.
I'll be telling the boss myself. Kill him!
Okay.
I wonder when the goblins will come.
Maybe come help?
Moving ahead.
We definitely could have done this as a party.
keep pushing.
Eager for battle.
Never a dull moment.
Indolence breeds madness.
Out of the way, Strata.
At least things have stayed interesting. All right. What now? Let's get going. Best be on my way. I don't like the look of that mushroom. I should stay clear.
All that for a rotten tomato? What the fuck? I guess we'll take it. I don't know. I mean, even a pitchfork, what could that do for us? Alright, well why doesn't Lae'zel go in first? And then Strata.
Ends not as bad as it could have.
Action, not reaction. Quickly then.
Still alive, so that's progress. Should mind my step.
Let's get on with it. No time to waste.
Okay.
I'm ready. They see me.
Oh, okay. So she is low health, and we really got to save her if we want out of here. And the guardian statue is also involved in this. Oh man, I didn't save like before the battle at all. But it'd be nice to try that whole sequence again. Now that I understand that I gotta protect her through it, which makes sense. A lot of these things are tough to think about when you don't have a ton of experience with like you know, what can happen. Now this was intuitive, like the quest was to get her out, and you have a choice to protect her against her own people too. Anyway, anyone who's going to be a threat, and when you succeed, then you'll get an introduction to the priestess, and so you have to make it through the whole thing to get that to happen. Like, you know, I was thinking maybe I'd just give her off to the goblins, and she'd be able to convince them to go back to camp or whatever. But, you know, they engaged us in battle. That clearly wasn't going to happen. Alright. Lesson learned again about, you know, doing saves at appropriate moments. But I was able to break her out, and I found that path, which I think you're supposed to find. And I can have the whole party with me. So there's things I learned. I have to take a bathroom break. But also, I might end the stream early because I want to have lunch and maybe come back to this a little later. Why is Astarion black? Oh, because of Blessing of the Trickster?
This is ridiculous.
Let's see where we are with the journal. We did talk to, yeah, Zoro, so we got all that done. So it's really just now about doing the breakout. And I might actually bring Gale in, because I'd like to have him involved in some combat. Get a sense for magic. So what I'll do is I'll do a proper save here. And then we'll just continue next time and retry getting her out of here safely. Something nice about, like, you know, using saves is to try out different options that aren't necessarily, like, I'm using it to try combat again, but you can also try a different way of getting her out. You know, potentially sneaking her past all these people, which probably wouldn't work. But there might be other options in these types of scenarios. And that's kind of a fun thing to experiment with, even like within the same, you know, game. Because, you know, like a lot of the big stuff, you probably have to do multiple playthroughs of this game to try out, you know, different party members in your group, who approves of you, who doesn't, which way you go about the quest, what side quests you do, blah, blah, blah. But some of these small things of like exploring different ways to try and get something done, you could do within a single game by just playing with the saves. And that's kind of fun. Like, it's not, you know, it's not necessarily something you can do around the table playing Dungeons and Dragons, but in a game, you know, you could explore different options, and that could, like, you know, teach you things. So I could potentially try and like sneaking her out the front and seeing, you know, how I get caught and like what that tells me about stealth. I might try that too, just to, with a save there, revert to when it inevitably fails. And you have some confidence. Like,
I've got food.
it's actually nice to have some saves to give you some confidence in trying things, let you experiment. Because experimentation, I think, is important in games. You know, it'll allow the player to learn about things just by trying, rather than feeling like pressure that, you know, you're if you try something and fail, you'll be going down a path that is irrevocably like unchangeable. But letting players try stuff out with some freedom, you know, gives them more confidence to mess around and learn. So it's a way of giving players that option, and I think it's supported and encouraged to some degree. All right. Thanks everyone for joining. I'm going to have lunch, and then we'll see. I might play some more later. But be well.